All right, here, spawning at the bottom right. He's the blue Terran player. He's playing for Team Exxon, the same team from our, of course, lovely caster BeoMulf. It is Special.
And his opponent in the upper left for KaiZ Gaming, he is the Red Zerg. He is Solar. And you know, Snoopy, there was a little bit of a fun time that we were looking at in pick bans. I believe you were away from your computer, didn't see it, but we see Solar, he banned Submarine, and then Special banned Juggernaut, and then immediately it just says Oxide. So Solar says, "Oh, that must be your ban, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna pick Juggernaut as my first map." And Special's like, "Oh, what are you doing? I mean, I just banned that map." And well, Solar's like, "Look, I was confused. I thought you said you banned Oxide." And no, Special's response was, "No, that was just going to be my first map pick, regardless of what happened. I just want to play Oxide as early as possible because I just think it's really strong in TVZ." So that's the kind of interactions we get on here. Of course, Special, he is living in Korea. He's doing a pretty good job, but now he was not able to surpass Zest, I don't believe, in the round of 16. Unfortunately, that is the one match from the round of 16 I have not yet been able to watch. But from hearing people talk, that appears to be the case. But you know what, Snoopy, on the other side of things, that is the first time I believe we've actually seen the Exxon jersey in a live in-person event. So that's pretty exciting. Nice.
Always lovely to see your own team's jersey out on display there.
I should have worn mine today, but I feel like the Alpha X people, as I'm on the Alpha X channel, may not have been too happy about that.
It's all good.
Let me rep the wrong team.
Waking in the chat saying the Special and Zest games were pretty good. At least the a little bit of a spoiler, so I guess I won't say that on live stream. But yeah, looks like we had ourselves some a nice series there between Special and Zest.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been so busy with casting because I am the primary caster for the North American Apprentice tournament run by Sugar, which is actually a pretty cool tournament where we look at just the top. Ooh, we got a practice starport, and it's not going to work out. Sorry, Special. Cancel that. It's a pretty cool tournament where it's looking at the top up-and-coming North American players. I'm the primary caster for Code S. So I've been doing a lot of that. I did 2 streams this week. I'm just going to be doing Tuesday, Thursday evenings for like the duration for the next couple weeks while we wait for that to finish. But I've been so busy with that and with the Exxon Cup and with I'm a PhD student, so I got a lot of work to do there. I have not been able to really get caught up with the Super Tournament yet, which makes me rather sad. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's gonna be okay because you know we got YouTube VODs. It's the thing. And in the meantime, I get to watch games like this, and more importantly, do I get to watch them? I get to hang out with my good friend Snoopy, and we get to talk about what may or may not actually be happening in this game.
Or we could talk about snow and celery, you know.
How do you feel about celery, Snoopy?
Well, I'm a meat guy, so I don't like my greens, but you know what? Celery is good for you. As I hear.
I mean, honestly, celery is kind of just a nothing burger. Oh, now we will have the 4 Hellions. They will run on in here. And actually, there's not a whole lot to defend this. Looks like Solar got a little bit complacent, considering the fact that he caught the proxy. But now, okay, they're just enough Zerglings, and the Queens are going to get a really good block. Hellions getting nothing done, and this game's just going from bad to worse for Special, unfortunately for him. Cloak is going to get scouted. Would not be surprised to see that cancel, but we really don't see that happen all that much anymore. We're going to see the third base go down at 430. Especially, he's been going for all of these aggressive options, and none of them, absolutely none of them, have been paying out here in this game number 1. But on the flip side, it's Death Aura. We do see Hellion Banshee coming on up, and Snoopy, we know that Special likes to play mech. What do you think the odds are that we're going to see it in this game?
Well, you know what? I feel like in general, mech has been kind of like extinct. You know, like I don't usually see as much mech play compared to like the older days. So
Snoopy, I'm gonna stop you right there though, because unfortunately, it may be extinct. But take a look at the production tab.
2 more factories on the way. All right, gonna have ourselves a nice little mech game here coming out of Special. I like it.
He's going to look to mech it happen. Unfortunately, one of the tenets of playing a good mech game is you want to be able to do damage to your opponent early. You want to be able to reduce their drone count, kill off a lot of their units, whatever the case is, to slow them down, to make it so they can't get up to 75 workers ASAP. They can't do anything like that, because if they can do that, they generally just kind of steamroll you. Because while mech is an incredibly powerful late game composition, it takes a while to get there. So Solar, he already has his lair done. He does have a he does have a Spire on the way. He will be going into Mutas here. And while we do have some Cyclones on the way, that's going to put him in relatively good stead. There's not a whole lot here yet. There are no Thors, nothing like that. That's going to make it really easy to deal with the incoming Mutas. And because I don't believe Special has seen anything that will let him know about this. Now, 3 workers have died, but that is not the type of damage that Special is looking for. He's looking for -10, -15 at this point in the game to be able to make his life a little bit easier. That's not going to say that, oh, he didn't do 15 workers worth of damage, the game's over, but it is going to be that much harder to be able to hold the incoming aggression. Now, Special for the Solar for the first time, we'll see that, hey, there are 3 factories. That's a little spooky.
Yeah, now will we see how does Solar respond to this? Does he still keep up with that Bane Ling Mutalist play, or does he kind of go ahead and try to go for a faster infestation pit or go for roaches? Who knows? But in the meantime, these 2 Banshees are going to go ahead and do some nice little harass here. Going to pick off 3 workers. Although at this stage of the game, 3 workers is not quite a lot.
Well, you know what I think here is, as long as Special showcases his idea, his desire to stay on this kind of battle mech situation that he's building right now, I do think we continue to see Mutiling Bane, because while Cyclones, Battle Mech can be decent against Mutiling Bane can also trade pretty well against Battle Mech, because, well, you just get the Banelings, they crash into things, everything dies, and then the Mutas clean up the rest. So it's a very, all that matters is who gets the better engage, who has better supply, all these different things. It's a super volatile matchup, which makes it pretty fun to watch. Not quite Mutiling Bane versus Bio, but certainly one of the more dynamic approaches to mech. As now we do have Solar moving across the map here. He does have Baneling speed. He is skipping upgrades. There is no Evo chamber. There are no Evo chambers on the map, and it looks like Solar may actually be going for this Mutiling Bane all in that we do see on occasion here. As now the Mutas, they're going to try to get on top of these Cyclones, and they're just going to trade. I don't know, my FPS froze, but it looks like they're not going to trade all that well. Now the Cyclones will be able to make some decent connections here. Many of the Mutas will go down. The 4th base will get canceled. Baneling's getting on top of the 3rd base, and this all in, this timing here that Solar is going for, looks like it's going to hit to great effect. Now, of course, the SCVs, they will repair all of these Hellions, and only 7 SCVs will go down. So actually, you know what? This is looking pretty good here for Special, even as his army supply is not all that great for the moment. As long as he can get enough Cyclones to remove Mutas from the map, he's going to be in a pretty decent spot. There we go. More Mutas will go down. And if we look at resources lost, it's already not looking all that great for our red Zerg player.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely looked a lot more scarier and could have gone a lot more worse. So considering the situation, I think the Special has done a pretty good job holding off. But as I say that, he loses all his Hellions to the Banelings, and GG, just like that in the blink of an eye. Solar is going to go ahead and take game number 1.
Absolutely. I apologize for any ability to call what was happening as the Mutas ran on in. For some reason, I stopped watching StarCraft and I started watching a slideshow of StarCraft. So there we go. But actually, this is that build we saw Stiller go for was a pretty cool response to mech. He knew that he had been able to knock off the proxy starport. He knew that his opponent had taken a late 3rd. And because of all that, well, he's like, you know what? My opponent's going for mech, but there are no tanks. There's nothing to really defend this because everything's late. Let's just kind of roll on in there and kill it with Mutiling Bane before it really can get to that critical mass, that 150 supply mark that says, oh yeah, actually this mech army is scary now. And, well, that was a quick game 1. Let's get into, we're getting into game 2 now. But this, Snoopy, it's Special's map. This is the map he wanted to play regardless of anything that happened. Do you think he has a plan for it, or he just thinks Oxider is really good against Zerg?
Well, I wonder if he's going to go ahead and try to go for that mech style once again. Didn't work out, quite as well in the last game, but maybe it could work out a bit better in this game. And there are some nice little chokes area and those nice siege places where you can kind of siege up your siege tanks. But yeah, I mean, the way Solar played last game. I mean, he kind of defended pretty easily. And also, considering, Solar has been playing really well in general, this past Sunday, he was able to go ahead and make it to the finals of Chisadelphia and, against Beyond. So he is definitely on top of his game for the time being. All right, let's go ahead and get into game number 2 here on Oxide LE, spawning at the top. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to introduce the bottom one because the top one is actually from your own team. So I'm going to go ahead and let you do the honors of introducing your own teammate. But here in the bottom left corner of the map is the red Zerg player playing for Kai Z Gaming. It is Solar.
And in the upper right, in the blue, for Team Exxon, he is the Windy Terran, the Shofu Terran, the Major Terran. Now, though, he simply goes by Special. I gotta say, though, Special has had more nicknames over the course of his pro career than literally anyone else.
Can you list all the nicknames he has?
I listed all that I could remember. Let's pull this up, because it is a significant number. So yeah, he's got there's Major, Windy, Terran, Princess, Brittany, Kitty, Memory, Cute Angel, Nanji, Special, Shofu, Light, I Love Altaria, Mr. Jambad, Base Lord CDC, Nara, and Anna Prosser.
My goodness, that is a lot. I didn't even know like half of those. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's had many. I mean, he has had a long history. He was he was the first foreigner to actually go and join a Korean team, or one of the first foreigners. I mean, he went and joined 8th team back in beginning of Heart of the Swarm, back in 2013. I thought he joined a Brood War team too.
Possibly, but yeah, I think Special and I think Scarlet are the two best known foreigners who people have recognized or have seen that they've kind of spent a lot of their times in Korea. Of course, I think wait, are they still in Korea though? I'm wondering.
Scarlet had to go home. She was not able to stay, but I mean, Special at this point, he is seen by the Korean community as a default Korean. He lives. I think he's living with Armani right now. So he's still in Korea. That's why he's playing in this tournament in this time zone. It does mean it's kind of fun when ever I'm doing like the North American time zone stuff, and he signs up, and as soon as he falls out of the upper bracket, he's like, okay, time to go home. It's too late for me. I don't have time to go through a lower bracket. It's not even the Korean approach of, lower bracket's not worth my time. I'm just going to try to qualify tomorrow. It's like 5 a.m. my time, and I'm just going to go to sleep. So we do have a proxy starport coming on in this game too. Special going for the same build he did last game, but this time it's going to be a little bit further back, so it's not going to get scouted.
Yeah. All right. Looks like I think it might be just a medevac, Hellion drop, or it could just be a random. Oh no, it's gonna be a medevac actually. I was gonna say it might be a liberator where the Hellions can kind of attack at the front end while the liberator siege in the mineral line, but nope, it's gonna go ahead and be a medevac drop. Now it's interesting to see that he's gonna go ahead and do this on this map, only because usually you see the Overlord parked in the left side. Usually they will have vision onto the left side, just because this map has such a wide, huge main base. So medevac drops are so common, so that Zerg players are more aware of it. But actually might see a blind spot here. Oh no, wait, does he see this? He doesn't. Oh man.
Line them up, boys. We're going to see a roasty toasty drone barbecue here in this game. Number 2 here. 9 workers go down immediately, and no hell died. So that's just about the best possible damage here. It's kind of funny. So when we look at the math here for how much damage you want to get done, gotta be careful. Medevac will stay alive. In a TVP, which is where this build is most commonly seen, you say, hey, we got 8 workers is the number. If we get more than that, well, we're just really happy. If we get less than that, we don't think we've committed, we don't think it's worthwhile. So as he gets 8, or as he gets 9, I think that's just about the mark. I'm not exactly sure how the numbers balance out quite as much in TVZ because again, you just don't see this build nearly as much in TVZ as you do the other matchups, especially when it is a proxy like this. But Snoopy, the other major deviation we saw from the last game, it's just going to be bio. It's not going to be mech. So I don't know whether mech was now a response to having that proxy, the proxy starboard get found, or whether it's just more of a response to, okay, this is what I want to do on Death Aura because it's Death Aura and you can get 4 bases for free. Whatever the case, it's going to be bio here for this second game, as now Special's got a 3rd base on the way, adding additional barracks, adding upgrades. We're moving on into a more mid-game focus.
Yeah, now, with the 9 kills there in the first time around, Special going to go ahead and attempt another second round of a Hellion. Now, this time around, it's going to only be 3 Hellions instead of 4. But the medevac has been repaired. Now, will he abuse that blind spot? Looks like there's creep actually spreading towards that side, so actually going to go ahead and go all the way towards the left side here. Oh, wait, is he paying attention? Oh, no, he's focused on the bailing attack here at the front.
This game is getting crazy already. Now, there is a tank, of course, but the tank is not siege, which means the tank is going to go down. Bailey's crashing through just about everything. Special supply blocked to all hell, except now he's going to lose some workers, so the supply block does not matter anymore. 2 Bailey's running on into the main, and meanwhile, Special trying to get what damage he can. Okay, the Bailey's, when are they going to connect? There we go. More and more workers go down. Special's attack at the front will get cleaned up here for the moment. Now, this is a triple drop coming on in, but there are queens to defend. Solar with the knockout move, and GG Solar 2-0.
Man, that last 30 seconds or so just went chaotic as hell. I mean, action across the map, and yeah, looks like Solar is just going to go ahead and, even despite losing 9 workers, by the way, guys, remember, you lost 9 workers in the beginning for 1 Hellion, was still managed to be able to overwhelm Special there and just go for the knockout kill. GG.
Absolutely. You know what? We had how long combined was our first series? It was, let's take a look here. Okay, I'm going to be in a lobby. So that was 30 minutes, 40 minutes, call it 50 minutes. You know, just over an hour for our first series of the day. We are now, it's been 14 minutes and we're into perhaps our last game of the day.
Yeah, it seems like a kind of a tale of 2 stories here. The first series being a bit longer, the second series being a lot quicker. And now, of course, there are still possibly 3 more games, but Solar is heading into game 3 with a 2-0 lead. So if he wins this next game, it's pretty much over. We'll see if Special has any tricks under his sleeves, and he can pull back and at least win the one game in this series here. You never want to go down, with a clean sweep. You want to at least win 1 game or 2 if you're going to lose. So we'll see if Special can somehow, some way, get that first win here.
Well, you know what, Snoopy? Speak of the devil, here we are in the upper left, in the blue, looking to strike back, complete the entire all kill. Give it up for Team Axon's very own Special.
And spawning here at the bottom right corner of the map, hailing from Korea and playing for Kai Z Gaming. Give it up for Solar. Alright, looks like Special gonna go ahead and start building his building down in the low ground here. Now,
oh, Snoopy, do you know what this is?
Is this the Reaper? The 2-Rax Reaper?
This is the 2-Rax Reaper, where you just kind of wall up your natural. So it's not exactly a proxy, but it's still closer than normal, and you kind of get a safe expand behind there because no one's busting down a bunch of barracks.
Oh man, this is
exactly what this is.
Yeah, this is gonna open up with a banger, and you know what? I don't mind it. I mean, you're down 0-2. You might as well go ahead and YOLO it, right?
I didn't realize we were talking about the stock market, Snoopy. Although, of course, that has been in the news. YOLO GME. I think this is more like YOLO AP. Anyway, we will have a bunch of Reapers coming on out here. Of course, this is double gas, double barracks proxy Reaper. As Special looks to really just find a quick win in this game number 2, or at least, or game number 3, excuse me, or at least put himself in a position to take a win later on. Now, I don't know whether this is a special feeling, Solar is just so much better than me in this matchup right now that I can't win, or it's just a, you know what, it's light shade. I think this build is good on this map. Whatever the case, we will see double Reaper coming on in here, and the question is how long until Solar scouts it. Now, of course, Solar, he actually almost has the perfect counter build. Oh no, what again? This was pool first. Speed is going to be done at 3 minutes. It's not going to be done at 3:30. So that means speedlings are just going to be there that much further, that much quicker. That being said, though, the Reaper will struggle to get its way on in here and out. Okay, yeah, actually, you know what? I said this was the perfect counter build, but I'm not convinced. Although that being said, though, Special, he's only made 3 Reapers. Okay, there we have more on the way. Okay. There's the lapse in judgment. Now, oh, the Zerglings are going to get the Reaper. Oh, no. Special, you don't want to lose that. That's already really problematic. As now, yeah, Solar behind this. He's not losing anything whatsoever. And speed is just about done. How do you feel about Zergling surrounds versus Reaper, Snoopy?
You know what? If this was Beyond, I'll be saying, you know what? These Reapers can do anything. They can move mountains, but I mean, this is not Beyond. So, I don't know. Looks like these Lings are going to give chase here, and I think they're going to get surrounded. No, some grenades being thrown out, but just doesn't quite connect, and these Lings are going to at least get 1 Reaper? Yeah, just only 1.
But look at this. Special is continuing with Reaper production. We don't see Marines or something on the docket behind this. It is just continued Reaper production. And you know, there is a TVT build that Uthermal does. And Special does have that kind of cheesy bone in him, that innovative, that TY-esque bone in his body, where he goes and you get an eBay and you go for +1 Reapers. I don't know if that's what we're going to see here. And actually, no, we have Marines on the way. So Special just continuing his Reaper production to make sure that he doesn't die, I guess is the play there. And he will have a really powerful Hellion Reaper timing. Actually, we have Medevac on the way too. So we're gonna see. We're not gonna see. Oh, we are in fact gonna see an armory coming on down. Special, you cheeky boy. Reaper Hellbat is gonna be the name of the game here, Snoopy. Have you ever seen that as a build?
You know what? Actually, I have in the past. Now, the good thing is that, you know, you kind of make a medevac to go along with this. And what... Oh, actually, you know what? Never mind. Looks like he's going to skip the medevac. I was going to say, like, I seen... Oh, actually, no, he does have 1 medevac. So the medevac can also heal the Reaper, but also can heal the Hellbats. So, you know, it kind of makes sense to go for this combination if your Reaper attack doesn't kind of work out. And the question is Solar going to be prepared for this? I mean, so far, he does have 4 Queens out in the field. He does have a good amount of Lings. So far, these Hellions actually have not turned into Hellbats, actually. Oh, now, there we go.
Now they will, but one has already gone down here. Now more and more Zerglings are on the way, as well as Roaches. Roach tech is now done, so now it is just a transfuse and run here play from our red Zerg players. He looks to stay alive. How many Queens on the map? Only 3 left, as we only have 1 on the way, but now Zerglings are going to get a really good surround. There is so little energy left on this medevac. Now the Queens, they're going to start targeting this down. Hellbats, they will be forced back, but now there are Roaches out. Roaches and more Zerglings on the way, as Lair is just about done as well. Solar, he's got the worker lead, he has the army supply lead, he has the tech lead, and he's looking damn good in this game. But look at this, there is a fusion core behind this, and the whole goal of this push, yes, it's nice to kill the Zerg player if you can, but the whole goal here, knock off the energy, knock off the health, knock off the very lives of these Queens, which means when the eventual battlecruiser does come, there's just nothing to defend. That being said, though, Solar will smash this aside.
Yeah, now he did do a nice job killing that one, low life Queen there. So it kind of knocks down the Queen count a little bit. But as you can see, more Queens in the production tab. Looks like Solar actually throwing down a Spore Caller just for good measure. And he is gonna kind of blindly go for... Wait, is he blindly going for the correct tech? Yeah, he has not seen the fusion core, I don't believe, right? Yep, he has not seen it, so he's kind of blindly going for the correct tech here, going for the Spire that's going to allow him to make those corruptors that are going to be so crucial in defending against these battlecruisers.
Now, my question, though, for you, it didn't work game number 1, but are you excited for some mech play here in this game number 2? Of course, this is 4 gas. We see no stim on the way, even though Marines are coming on out here. Oh, Sky Terran. This is special, getting all kinds of spicier. Now, unfortunately for him, Solar will scout just everything about that. And there is, of course, a Banshee out, which means the Roach timing is not really going to be all that impactful. But, I mean, Solar knows exactly what's happening here. Yamato Cannon is on the way. This Hellion draft will get just about nothing done. Four drones will die, but, I mean, okay, whatever. In the context of the game, not all that impactful. But now the Spire is done. Yamato Cannon, of course, is on the way. And we're just going to see a lot of Corruptors come on in as the first battlecruiser gets ready to... What's it going to do? Where is this battlecruiser? Gets ready to float onto the third base. I don't think we're going to see it teleport across the map. I think it's going to be much more of a let me run across the map. And yeah, so we don't see anything producing out of this. What are our add-ons on these? Okay, there we go. The add-ons will be... So we're going to see 3 Starport battlecruiser coming on in here in this game number 3. Snoopy, are you as excited as I am?
I am, but I'm also a little bit worried because, again, Solar went for that early Spire, so, I mean, he can make all the battlecruisers he wants, but Solar is going to have the counter off the bat already. But, oh, he actually does a nice little Hellion drop here. Might get some nice drone kills. That could possibly even up the score. But, again, those Corruptors flying across the map, hunting down those battlecruisers and those Banshees. And there's really not a lot here to deal with them, except there are a couple of Marines here that's going to go ahead and kind of reflect them back for the time being. But, yeah, where are those battlecruisers? They're hiding, right?
I believe there is one on the right-hand side. Oh, no, that's a barracks, and that's a barracks. The barracks are just scouting around. Where is this battlecruiser? It's only one at the moment.
Oh, okay.
And it's sitting on the third base. Yamato is, of course, done, which means that, well, one Corruptor is just about dead, but Solar, he says, you know what, to hell with this. I don't want you to go on into the mid-game, into the late game, into this format that you're looking for, where it just gets so hard to fight mech on this map in particular. No. Let's just go all in. Roaches, Ravagers, more and more Corruptors on the way. So he just he hasn't even overbuilt Corruptors at this point because there are 4 battlecruisers on the map, and 4 cattle bruisers is a lot of cattle bruisers.
Alright, gotta be careful how to engage. Does not want to fly over those turrets. Those turrets can do so much damage to this Corruptor, so gotta make sure to kind of fly away from them, pick up those battlecruisers as best as you can. Those SCVs, though, are repairing them pretty efficiently. But these Corruptors with those with those corrosive biles are gonna go ahead and get a lot of these SCVs as well. Oh man, not looking good.
Look at this Corruptor micro too. He's just pulling them back as it goes low. 1 battlecruiser remains, and GG. That's it.